We all know that the best way to cool off while having a good time is to go for a nice, relaxing swim. But for some people, your standard backyard pool is way too mainstream. They gotta up the ante with death-defying dips, innovative constructions, and pools that are simply too scary for the average human. If you think you're brave enough to take a dip, leave a like on the video. Let's get it on! Deep Dive Dubai. Most pools have a shallow end for relaxing and a deep end for diving into. When it comes to the deep dive pool in Dubai, the whole thing is a deep end. At around 196 feet to the bottom, this body of water holds the Guinness World Record for the world's deepest swimming pool. Now, I know we call the deep dive a pool, but trust me, that word just doesn't do it justice. For those brave enough to dive in, it's nothing short of a magical underwater city. Hidden in the depths is a fantasy underworld metropolis, just like a real-life Atlantis. Its many rooms and caves hold awesome props, like chessboards and motorcycles for visitors to pose with, and it even has the state-of-the-art sound system and lighting installation to immerse divers in a range of moods. It's not just for professional divers, though. Beginner divers can expect to explore the 16,000 square foot structure, which includes a library, whole apartment building, and even an arcade with vintage Pac-Man machines and foosball tables. If you've got what it takes to dive all the way to the bottom, it's definitely worth it. Embassy Gardens. How do you take your afternoon swim to new heights? By placing a pool between two towers over 170 feet above the ground. That's how. London's Sky Pool at the Embassy Gardens help people combine their love of heights, swimming, and sightseeing with this exhilarating installation. Suspended up in the air, transparent acrylic panels bridge two buildings together, creating a horrifying 82-foot stretch of pool for visitors to swim in. Its large size means you can lap between the two buildings to your heart's content and peek down to the cityscape below. For those afraid of heights, we don't recommend diving in.
No.
But it's not like you're not safe on the ground either. It can be just as nerve-wracking looking up and watching swimmers seemingly swim through the air. While most people nope out when looking over the edge, for thrill seekers, the Sky Pool is just like swimming in the clouds. Crocosaurus Cove. When a calm, relaxing swim sounds way too boring, why not add a prehistoric carnivorous lizard into the mix? Located in Australia's Northern Territory, you'll find the Crocosaurus Cove, a crocodile sanctuary and aquarium with a twist. Owners of the park have recently added a jaw-dropping pool experience, which is so scary, it's earned the horrifying nickname of the Cage of Death. This wild attraction lets you swim in a thin Perspex box that lowers into a tank containing a terrifying 16-foot-long saltwater crocodile. The massive living dinosaur weighs over 1,750 pounds and can bite down with 12 times as much force as a great white shark. Even more horrifying, the staff will feed the croc large chunks of meat while you're in mid-descent into the crocodile tank. Once fully submerged, you can expect to be circled by the massive croc multiple times as it stalks you like it's prey. Full disclaimer, this reptile-fueled adrenaline rush is only for the ridiculously brave or the tremendously foolish. Hotel Hubertus. While Italy's Hotel Hubertus boasts some spectacular views overlooking the Dolomite Mountains, this tourist-adored hotel is popular for another reason. Hotel Hubertus's outdoor infinity pool is an architectural masterpiece. It's 82 feet long and suspended 40 feet above the ground by thick pine supports. There are no safety barriers and no fences, just 360-degree views of the skiing slopes of South Tyrol. But that's not all. A small glass-bottomed viewing panel means you can wave to the guests arriving below while they look up at you in sheer confusion. During the winter, the mountains and surrounding valley are blanketed in snow and temperatures can plummet. Thankfully, the hotel's pool is heated, and taking a balmy dip on a sub-zero winter morning is an experience you'll likely never forget. Clarion Hotel Helsinki. Located in Helsinki on the coast of the Gulf of Finland, the Clarion Hotel Pool offers guests an adrenaline-fueled swim that few are daring enough to take up. Sitting at a whopping 255 feet above ground, and with a small section jutting out just 5 feet from the side of the building, guests not only have magnificent views of the nearby harbor, but the large, transparent plexiglass floor allows swimmers an unobstructed view of the 17 floors between them and the ground. Looking straight down will guarantee a stomach-flipping visual as observers witness the tiny ant-sized cars and people passing through the city below. Some people even refuse to go in the overhanging part of the pool and prefer the safety of the tiled floors instead. Despite the pool being perfectly safe to swim in, most visitors prefer to just watch from a distance. Odisseo Casino. If you're dreaming about a vacation where you spend your days hanging out by the pool, maybe consider a trip to the Odiseo Casino in Spain. This daredevil's delight scarily juts out from either side of the building by about 65 feet, making it the largest overhanging pool in Europe. Swimming laps along the pool offers a one-of-a-kind thrill, as with each lap, you'll swim 65 feet out towards the skyline ahead with no supports beneath the floor. The design even includes a terrifying transparent hole in the pool's floor that lets swimmers peer down to the ground below. Even with its tempting views of Murcia City from either side, this body of water is most definitely not for the faint of heart. Would you feel safe swimming along the 137-foot stretch of pool that's many stories above ground level, even knowing there's absolutely no supports beneath its cavaliered floor? If you're still unfazed, then the Odiseo Casino pool is totally one for the bucket list. Anaha Tower. If you want more space to swim while overhanging a building, the Anaha Towers pool in Hawaii is the place for you. The body of water is 75 feet long, with nearly half of it cantilevered above the ground, giving you a huge chunk of pool to swim through whilst also being suspended above the footpaths below. Even better, you can enjoy the lush views of the Hawaiian vegetation and infrastructure surrounding the Anaha Tower, providing a one-of-a-kind paradise experience for every swimmer who's fearless enough to enter such a large overhanging pool. Those terrified by its design might only wish to lounge amongst the gorgeous pool chairs or tiled pool section instead, but who would blame them? Bystanders on the ground floor can also witness full bodies swiftly gliding across the pool above, a sight that's sure to cause a few double takes. Villa on the Rocks. Located in Bandol in the south of France, you can rent an Airbnb with a pool unlike any other. That is, of course, if you can find an opening. The popular tourist spot is perpetually booked out, often years in advance.
My question is, what the hell?
That's all thanks to a spectacular piece of architecture and engineering that has to be seen to be believed. It's a 91-foot aquarium swimming pool with a transparent casing that fully exposes either side of the long pool. On one side, visitors can see the interior lower levels of the villa, where lavish furniture designs can be occupied by other guests, and on the other side, a gorgeous garden display can be viewed through the water. If voyeuristic swimming is your thing, or if you've always wanted to visit a human aquarium, you and up to 9 friends can rent out the Villa on the Rocks for a little over $1,000 per night. Hotel Indigo, Hong Kong. Not just a spectacular place to stay whilst on holidays, the Hotel Indigo in Hong Kong features a unique sensory experience like no other. The hotel's glass-bottom pool creates a vertigo-rich experience, dramatically extending many feet from its rooftop sky terrace looking over the bustling city of Wan Chai below. Because of its unique location, the pool creates a surreal illusion that's difficult to explain. On one hand, being so high up gives you an impression that everything else is super tiny. Then you look around and realize you're dwarfed by hundreds of other skyscrapers all around you. If an adrenaline-pumping night's swim appeals to you, the Hotel Indigo will not disappoint.